Justin Cunningham, bass player. The first interaction I had with him, it was actually here for GMWA State Convention. Dorinda Clark came in and did, she did like 3 or 4 songs, and we were the band. It was myself on bass, Dave Bratton on keys, Melvin was on the organ, and Eddie was on drums. That was our first working together, and then we did the session, and it was just a snowball effect, man. I met Melvin about maybe 12 or 13 years ago. Melvin connected me with Worship and Praise, and I was with Worship and Praise for about 4 or 5 years. And the things that he taught me, it never really can't be explained, because it wasn't necessarily just in playing, but it was when we were on the road and we was in the car, we was in the hotel, and he was just sharing his experiences. I was playing for Dave Bratton, and Dave Bratton did a song on his Hurricane Katrina album called Selah. I went in the studio, did a track. He said, hey, do a couple more overdubs. I did those. And then I saw him a couple months later, and he said, well, here's my wife's CD, learn the songs and call me. So I learned the songs, and I called him, and then the rest is history. August of last year, 2013, was the last time I really played with him intense. I brought him down to my PAW conference, convention in Indiana, and we was in the room, and I heard him sharing things with me that I've never heard before. He was in a different place. He's always been spiritual, but it seemed that when he was sharing the last time, he was deeper, almost like he was closer to God. So this last year and a half or so, he's been through a transition, and I think him and God had some things together, and he shared with me some personal experiences. She told me how proud he was of me, and it just meant so much. That's why it hurt so much when he moved, man. I was real upset when he moved, but he told me and Eddie, he said, y'all keep it going. Everything, we know what we do, keep it going. And I think we're gonna try to do him proud. We're gonna do him proud. We're gonna keep the music going, and real, true gospel music. Melvin's sound never changed. The church sound changed, but his sound never changed. And I feel like the formula of church works. So when the sound changes, I think the atmosphere changes. So we have an off atmosphere because we keep changing the sounds. So Uncle Melvin was real adamant the last time we talked about the new church and the new sound. He was just like, why are they changing it? Just learn your hymns and play church and have the anointing and depend on your anointing more than your gift. He was big on that, big on that. I was blessed to be able to work close with him and be one of his go-to bass players for a number of years. We did sessions and we did some work, and that's just, so encouraging. And that's good on my resume, but that's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's important that we pour into other people, and that's one of the things God requires us to do. We have to pour into others, because if we don't pour into others, they can't carry on what happens. When Joshua was reigning and he took Moses' place, Joshua didn't teach nobody else. So when Joshua died, all the principles died with him. And I think I got too much in me and too much experience with God for me to keep it to myself. It's our job to teach the younger guys and say, yeah, all right, those chops are nice, but let's play a hymn and let's let the glory fall, and let's let our anointing do what it's supposed to do, what we can't do. Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Tanisha and Melvin embraced me, a little light-skinned bass player that nobody knew. I wasn't raised in Brooklyn. My daddy wasn't a bass player. My daddy's not a bishop. My daddy's not a pastor in Brooklyn. So they embraced me like I've been around for years. So I just want to say thank you to his mom. She took me and loved me just like Uncle loved me, and Trey looks up to me, and I just want to say thank you for allowing Melvin to be used and shared with the whole world, and I appreciate it. That's my Uncle Melvin. I'm gonna miss him.